I love you, son.
Your parents must be so proud of you.
Why can't Steven be like you, huh?
Why can't my son be doctor like you?
Chinese New Year is back and I am absolutely excited.
Yes! Hell yeah! Hey, come on, baby! Come on! Yes! Come on! Ah! Yes! Yes!
With only just a few days left before the big celebration, I want us to get into the mood for one of the biggest festive seasons. But if you don't know what Chinese New Year is, then this video is for you. Now, keep in mind, this video is based on my own experiences of celebrating it. So if you have any traditions that you practice during Chinese New Year, then do let me know down in the comments below. But with that said, let's get into the video. So by now you are already wondering, why is there a Ferrari logo in the thumbnail and what does this have to do with Chinese New Year? Alright, I'll explain. So Chinese New Year, aka Lunar New Year or Spring Festival, is an important celebration for families in the traditional Chinese calendar, a lunisolar calendar that blends solar, lunar and other cycles. Don't ask me how I know that, I just searched up on Google, which thanks by the way. So this is the time where families get together for reunions and family dinner, and the entire celebration lasts for a good 15 days. Some say 16, but hey, that's just from my own experiences. So, what do you typically see, do, or hear when Chinese New Year is around the corner? Well, first thing is always the associated animal. You see, every time Chinese New Year comes around, the phrase, "This is the year of the blank." Well, that blank refers to one of the 12 Chinese zodiac animals listed here. And this year is the year of the horse. Now, this is going to be a side tangent, so just bear with me a little bit if you don't mind. It may seem that I be on the copium this year, but Ferrari, can you please just get a decent finish this season? You know, last year was just not a great it was just not great with your standings. You finished pretty badly.
What the hell is even that?
Charles and Lewis are basically just in pure sadness from the performance of the car.
Tires, but even with DRS, it's proving really difficult for Hamilton.
Is there a leakage?
A leakage of what?
I have the seat full of water, like full of water.
Must be the water.
Let's add that to the words of wisdom.
Stop talking to me while I'm in freaking battle, man. Jeez.
To extreme lows.
Yeah, but also following this, this is the SF26 livery that was shown to us on the 23rd of January, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, that's right. And yeah, the car looks pretty good. There's just one problem. Just make the whole car red. That white just looks so out of place. Okay, but getting back on track. So what else do people who celebrate Chinese New Year typically do before the festive season itself? Well, you would see a lot of people buying new clothes, cooking food in preparation for the family reunion dinner, and hang up decorations such as the red lanterns that you usually see, and also do house cleaning. Now this point is very important, so we will come back to that. And that is basically what most people do in preparation for Chinese New Year. So with that in mind, let's move on to when Chinese New Year actually happens. So the day arrives, Chinese New Year is here, and it's time to celebrate. But of course, with with any festive season that comes around, there are some rules and customs that you have to follow to not get bad attention from the people around you. So, we'll start off with the basics. Your behavior. Chinese New Year is a season of new beginnings, and as such, this also means starting anew, being the new you, and that means being on your best behavior. One thing to remember is that all eyes may be on you, especially your parents. Trust me, no other eyes can strike more fear than those of your parents. And as you know, the last thing that you really want is a flying slipper that travels throughout space-time.
You're not the best player on the team. If we're talking the punishment, we have to mention the holy grail, the slipper. Oh, what, you forgot to cook the rice? Oh, okay. So, this one my grandma passed down to my mom passed down to me. See, the most amazing thing about the slipper is the quick draw speed. If your son forget to cook the rice, bam, you can have slipper unbound in 0.3 seconds. However, the defining trait of the slipper is the long-range capability. I know it looked like short-range melee weapon for defending the disappointment. If you need that distance, it doubles as a long-range weapon. This weapon was invented before physics. When we were back in China, you can finesse it through time-space.
The next thing when it comes to Chinese New Year is no black and white. Now, you may think clothing is not a big deal in Chinese New Year, but it does play a very, very big role. During Chinese New Year, you will see people wearing a lot of red, which is a color that symbolizes bringing luck and prosperity. Black and white, on the other hand, brings, well, this. Now, moving on to the next point. Remember what I said about house cleaning in the previous chapter? Well, this is another thing that you cannot do on Chinese New Year itself, the New Year day itself, I mean, and that is cleaning your house. Well, cleaning your house, whether if it's just sweeping or taking out the garbage. Cleaning your house on the first day is typically frowned upon because it is viewed as you sweeping away all the luck that people bring to you. Well, in certain cases, that means all the family visits and relatives to your house. So just be aware not to sweep your house during that period. It's not really nice. And again, Chinese New Year is a new year. It's a season of new beginnings. So just be sure about that. Now, this next section is going to be about interactions between your family members and relatives. So pay close attention to this one because it's important. When Chinese New Year comes around, you will encounter a lot of people wishing you with a greeting. Greetings are a huge part of Chinese New Year. The typical greeting that you would hear is 恭喜发财 in Mandarin, or 恭喜发财 in Cantonese. In terms of what they mean, I will let this person tell you what it actually means.
Even during Chinese New Year, the biggest holiday for Chinese people, Chinese New Year, when we see each other during Chinese New Year, the way we greet each other is we say 恭喜发财 or 恭喜发财 in Cantonese. I'm sure you've heard that, at least peripherally, right? 恭喜发财, 恭喜发财. 恭喜发财 means hope you get rich. That's not Happy New Year. Do you understand? The go-to phrase during Chinese New Year isn't, hey, Happy New Year. It's, yo, hope you get rich. Hope you get rich. Hope you get richer than all these other motherfuckers. Hope you get so fucking rich, man. Hope you get rich. And also, you better hope I get rich. We got hope each other, got both get rich together.
Now, besides the usual greetings that you get from your family members and relatives, there is also this. This is a red packet or red envelope, if you would prefer to call it. But for us who celebrate Chinese New Year, they are called Hong Bao. These Hong Bao or red packets is something that is given from one of your family members, such as your parents or your relatives like your uncles and aunts. And this is a gesture that is seen as a way just to wish another person a safe and peaceful year. Now, these red envelopes typically contain money inside them, so be sure to say thank you and also, give them the wishing of 恭喜发财 or 恭喜发财 when receiving it. And this is a side note from everyone. Well, to everyone. Sorry, not from everyone. Please receive these red envelopes with two hands. And this next one is really important. Please don't open them in front of the person who is giving it to you. Again, nobody wants a flying slipper. So, yeah.
Okay, here's what you get.
Now, when it comes to interactions can be fun. Revisiting all of your relatives that you have not seen in a very long time, it can be fun. But there are also topics that are a definite no-no, especially when it comes to the number 4. To put it in simple terms, the number 4 is a really, really unlucky number, and it just means this. So yeah, don't do that. It's not great. But this also ties back to the amount of money that you give in the red envelopes. If you remember, the red envelopes contain money inside them. So if you are the person who is going to be giving out red envelopes, just be careful of the amount that you put in and remember not to give the unlucky number as discussed.
We told you don't do it! We told you don't do it!
Now we've come to chapter 3, the fun stuff. Now, Chinese New Year as a celebration extends to more than just dinners and seeing family. A common activity you will see during Chinese New Year are the lion and dragon dances. In Chinese culture, the lion symbolizes power, wisdom, and superiority. And they are performed as they bring good fortune and prosperity, and it's also a way of chasing away evil spirits. And this also goes the same for dragon dances. They basically carry around the same meaning to lion dances, and Chinese dragons also symbolize wisdom, power, and wealth. But what are some of the activities that you can do during Chinese New Year? And the answer is firecrackers and fireworks. Setting off firecrackers and fireworks is an indispensable festive activity, as it can range from either public displays or just private celebrations with your family and relatives. You can basically just go to a park and set them off. Again, just be careful about that. But anyways, people set off firecrackers and fireworks as a way to scare away evil spirits and welcome the New Year's arrival. However, if you do not have any firecrackers or fireworks, don't worry, I got your back. And that is all for this video. If you stuck until the very end, thank you very much for watching this guide of Chinese New Year. If you are traveling home to your family for the festive holidays, I do wish you have a safe trip. To everyone celebrating Chinese New Year, have a wonderful holiday. And also, 恭喜发财. See you in the next video.